Hi everyone, it is our pleasure connecting with you. I am Dipali Kulshresht, the Salesforce consultant at Cloud Analogy, which is an ISO 9001 and 27001 certified Salesforce Silver Partner. Before we start with this webinar, I would like to let you know about Cloud Analogy. So, Cloud Analogy is a premier Salesforce development company and Salesforce implementation partner that has delivered more than 150 plus projects. We have a team of more than 100 plus CRM experts and provide a wide range of services such as CRM administration, consultancy, development, CPQ and Pardot, and data migration. So, from here on, my colleague will be taking over, guiding you with every aspect of this webinar topic.
Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about Service Cloud Agent Productivity Tool, which could be beneficial for users because usage of these tools would save a lot of. In this webinar, I'm going to cover topics like productivity tools, configuring the productivity tools, creating macros and quick text, and at last we will come to know how we can use these tools together. So let's get started. Productivity tools. So let's start with the basics, like meaning of productivity. It simply means the increment in the efficiency of the work. In Salesforce, these tools are useful against actions like using too many clicks, updating status of the case object, performing the same task onto the case, etc. So to get rid of these repetitive tasks and increase the productivity, we use tools like macros and the quick tech keyboard shortcuts. You all know keyboard shortcuts, mask quick actions, and more. And the last is email template. Why these names would be general. The names are general, but the meanings of each is different in Salesforce. The macros, so I will go with macros first. Yeah. Macros, these can be helpful for repetitive tasks like sending emails, updating case status, and sending an email to anyone, like in Salesforce to and whatever your recipient is. So these are further categorized as irreversible macros, bulk macros, and each of these macros have a special characteristics. Like if irreversible macros are once done, then actions of that macro cannot be undone. By name only, it's clear it's irreversible. For example, like updating case status or sending email to customer. Yeah, if the email is sent, then it can't be undone. And quick text, if I talk about it, then it's like a predefined message. It's used for greetings or answering common questions. User can insert them into emails or chats by just clicking or using keyboard shortcuts. And yeah, and keyboard shortcuts are like by name it's very clear to you all what keyboard shortcut is. And keyboard shortcut is basically used in Salesforce for opening, closing macros, or editing or saving records or anything. And by mask quick actions and more, I mean it's very clear by the name only first that by name that productivity is used to perform actions on multiple records at the single time. Like it lets user edit up to 100 of records from any list views, and that 100 could be 1000 or anything. And last, email templates. Email templates can be like a predefined email which can be customized by the user before sending them, or they can be sent automatically. We define them. And And so yeah, let's get to the configuration task. How do we configure them? Yeah, so configuring them is not a big deal. It's easy. So first of all, we need to create the permission sets so that we can define on which user or for what user these things like macros or tools can be used, which user can use this tool or which user cannot use. That very clear of what permission set is defined for or will be used for. So yes, uh, permission set. Yeah. So these are already created in myself, and yeah, I have given them a certain type of permission that what it can do and what it cannot do. And so we create permission set for macros and quick text for giving user access so that he can use the text and macros. Like for example, I will show you the quick demo how we can create a permission set for macros. Like we have earlier I showed you the permission set created for macros like fuel macros and all. Then I will show you how can we create a macro. Yes, like macro. Yeah, this can be for user access, and such an extension is not required, and we will use the license as Salesforce. And we're gonna save this. And yes, and after creating this macro permission set, then we will provide the permission for the user, what it can access, what he or she can access or not. So no access, no nothing. So we're gonna provide him the access. We put here on the macro page now. We'll search for macros, and here is the macros. So you see, the macro section does not have macro object, doesn't have any permission to this permission set. So what we'll do is we'll provide permission to this object for this permission set. We will provide a label and visible. A user can read, create, edit, and delete. Yeah, and we're gonna save it. So now permission set for macro is created, and we are going to do the same for quick text. So new quick text. Sorry, quick text. Same for for user access. We're gonna use Salesforce license, and then we're gonna do the same thing as we did for macros. We'll provide object setting, go to object setting, and we'll provide the permission for quick text. Yeah, and you see no access is there. So we'll give access to this particular quick text. Yeah, you see, no access. So we'll provide access, and the access can be provided by clicking edit and then clicking on available, visible. It's actually tab settings only, nothing else. Just tab. Yeah. And what user can do is he or she can read, create, edit, and delete. Same with the macros with it. You want to save it. Created macros and quick text permission sets, and it's all done. Yes. Yeah. So basically, the task we just did by creating permission set, it was mainly for the user. So yes, the task we just did, like we created macros permission set and text permission set. We did it because to grant user the permission for the access, what he or she can do. Yes. So now, uh, to, yeah, the configuration part is done. Located permission the macro configuration. Now we gonna do the creation of the configuration creation of macros and quick text. And how we do that, we'll show you. Yeah. So first of all, there is a service console in your Salesforce org, and in your Salesforce org, when you open the service console, like here you can get all the things. Now, opening the service console, you will get this. If you see macros, you'll click here and you see there are no macros yet. We need to create the macros to get started with the macros. So we click on create macros, and we can put any macro here, like testing macro. Yeah, yeah. This is just a macro. So now we will select here apply to, means on which object you want this macro to work on. We have various we have various objects on which this macro can work, and but for now we will select case and we'll save it. So see, macro testing macro was created. So now these are the instructions that we will give to a macro. I gave you the permission, just open the builder. And this is the macro builder where we create the instruction for the macro we just created. And the instructions of a macro is like means what could be done or what is to be done with the macro, or in the macro. This is decided by the instruction we provide. So you see, add instruction, add close tab instruction or add instruction. We just click here. Add instructions, select a region, support over. Yeah. Or we can add logic. We can do so. Suppose we need to create instruction in macro. So what do we do is we either add instruction or we add logic. So for example, I will add works. Like suppose case case origin. If case origin contains email, then this macro should run. Close that. And the expression logic for this macro, testing macro, the logic we added is if the email contains, if the case origin contains email, then this macro, the active and we are able to run. See now, just save the macro. Yes, it's saved. So let me show you one thing more. If you see here, this is the macro we just created. See, okay. So now we got nothing here. So first we will create a macro. Just and we need to fill all the mandatory values in it. Any country just for the test. Oh yeah, case origin. Case origin should be email. Yeah. Save it. Now the case is created, and now we are going to try our macro. Yes, now it shows run a macro. So we are going to run it, and it will show instructions. And you see that case was closed. Why? Because we have added the instruction. This and the last instruction was the close active tab. That is, the active tab was case, so it closed the case. So this is how a macro is applied and it is created. And I think now it's time for the quick text to see it in action. We are going to search manager. Yeah. So what I'm doing is in Service Console I am adding the navigation buttons of macro and quick text. You see we cannot find them here. So we can easily, and if you see this is Service Console, so in App Manager we will search for Service Console, Service Console, Service Console. Yes, here is the Service Console. So we are going to edit it, and we'll take us to Builder, and you see utility items. If we click here, we are going to find, yeah, the navigation items. Yes, thing that just created is this. We are going to add it. The last we added it. And now for the quick text, yes, this is created. And for these we are adding it to the last. Now save it. And it's saved. Now what we are going to do is just refresh a page. Okay, I cannot find my properly. Refresh it. Where are you? Yeah, macros in the bar. So macros we're done with. Start with quick tips. So these are the quick tips. As I told you about the quick tips, like these are the predefined messages. Yeah, like for use for greeting or like common questions. User will insert them in email or chat by just clicking, or you can also use the keyboard shortcuts. So here we'll create our test quick text. Don't confuse with the text and test. Now we will use this is with little bit case only. We are going to use which we will show case contact. Where's that case? No. So here enter the greeting note or answer to question. So we are going to add just a test message, like this is the text here. So now what will happen is, hey, this is quick text and case description. Case the description means. So whatever in the value in this field description will reflect here. I'll show you. And this is the category of greeting, and it is not available for suppose this for test. We are making it available for all the channels. Now we'll save it. So here it is. Quick text name and message and greetings, and the channels it's can be applied. We click on preview, we'll get it like this. Got it? Yes. Okay. So yeah, we just created a quick text, and it was great to give you the preview of how this case description is going to work. Like for example, select any contact, like recipient contact is this, and it's related with the case this. Now if you click on preview, then you will get something like this. Hey, this is quick text, and the description of this record is something. So this is how a quick text works. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to use these both things, the quick text and macros together. The last we had a point of how we can use the tools together. Suppose I create a record of any record type, like for using tools together. Yeah, any, for example, or just any three country, can be Egypt or anything. Now that's something important. Yeah, it's the mandatory field too. Um, if you remember in quick text, we in the in quick text the merge field we used is description, and in macros we use case origin. So we're gonna use case origin as email and description. Yeah. So description we're gonna fill and hey, I am value in description field. That's it. So now we are going to save the record. Alright. The record is saved. So the quick text is used for greeting and all in the email or chat. So how are we going to use the tools together like this? Click on email. You see, nothing is here. So this right here is the button for inserting quick text. If we click here, then it's going to pop up that which quick text you want to insert into this email template. So we created just this test quick text. We are gonna click onto this and see. Hey, this is quick text we just written, and merge field was this. It's right here. So we'll just send it. Oh, and there should be something too. Guys, thing this will be sent, and if we try to run a macro here, then we will get this, and if we run the macro, we will run macro and the case should be closed. What was the instruction in the macro? So this was the Service Cloud Productivity Tool webinar, which I think is good for any person who's using Salesforce, or so that the things are or can be more productive in the ongoing business or whatever the user is working on. These actions or these tools would help user in long run the business, because time is money, time is everything. These tools are really productive and time efficient, as you can see, and if you know how to use them, you can run your business at great speed, because every second counts. Thank you very much. If you have any questions.